Aaron in the Morning put out a great piece about the court victories we've had in Indiana, Tennessee, and West Virginia as the momentum slows in the fight to remove the rights of transgender Americans. First up, she talks about a victory in the Midwest. In Indiana, a teacher who refused to comply with a new law requiring teachers to use preferred pronouns and the name of trans students hired attorneys from Alliance Defending Freedom, an organization that has been instrumental in the crafting of many anti trans bills. His case, which reached the Seventh Circuit Court, which ultimately ruled that teachers don't have, quote, the right to misgender, unquote, students. The court also ruled that refusing to comply with trans inclusive policies imposed an undue burden and caused harm to trans students. Next, Aaron mentions the story that we just talked about in the restraining order on the drag ban in Tennessee. She quoted the ruling of the judge where he says, "States are laboratories of democracy that can test laws and policies enacted by the people, and that the United States Constitution, a law that is supreme even to the Tennessee General Assembly's acts, has placed some issues beyond the reach of the democratic process. First among them is the freedom of speech." Thus, he was putting gender expression and drag performance in the category of free speech. Lastly, Aaron cites the fact that the Supreme Court voted 7-2 to allow a trans girl to continue playing sports in West Virginia while a trans sports ban worked its way up the appeal process. Aaron wraps the article saying that, quote, "Dozens of lawsuits are currently progressing throughout the United States, with virtually every gender-affirming care ban facing scrutiny. The ACLU has already filed a lawsuit in Indiana and pledged to pursue more in other states. Historically, lawsuits involving transgender issues have often resulted in favorable outcomes for plaintiffs who were challenging them as discriminatory. Gender-affirming care bans in Arkansas and Alabama are presently blocked in court due to previous lawsuits."